I'm just looking up your credits on IMDb to kind of get a feel for your writing history. But there must be a number of projects that got so close to production but didn't quite make it. I mean, you mentioned the one that you were scheduled to write and direct. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that. I like your approach in that, and I think it's especially interesting that all three of these films, they kind of came from a different avenue, and one of them didn't necessarily build on the other. And so many screenwriters, I think, have this misconception that once you get that first credit, it's smooth sailing from that. And you're out there basically, I mean, any one of these scripts could have sold independently of the others. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's correct. And the key that I want to tell everybody too is none of these came from representation.
Yeah.
So Contracted 2 was before I had a manager. Desolation was before I had a manager. And the Marine 6 was in lieu of a manager. I signed with Gersh while I was negotiating it, and Gersh closed the deal. But this is all, and I'm currently working on another assignment that was not from representation. And so in general, I want that's important for people to know. There's ways to get work without agents and managers, and you just got to put your head down and do it.
Yeah. For sure. So I wonder if you can talk just briefly about some of these other projects. And the reason I ask is because I'd be curious to hear some of the other things that you've pursued trying to market your scripts, but haven't necessarily paid off in a produced credit. And because it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't work, it means that they just haven't quite worked for you yet. So maybe there's some other angles or some other projects that you've gone down the road with, but haven't quite made it into production yet that you can talk about.
Sure. One of them is Welcome to the Other Side. That was a screenplay that I developed with Kaylee Marsh from The Bloodlist. I was represented with Kaylee for about 2.5 years, and it's one of my favorite stories that I've written, and it's essentially Jurassic Park with ghosts. So instead of dinosaurs, there's ghosts. Things go wrong, and all the ghosts get out of the park, and these people are trying to get out. So I loved it. It's right up my alley. It's fun. It's big. And we went out with that, and that got great reception. That's what got me my water bottle tour, that sort of thing. And we had a pretty major independent studio buy it. Right, they're about to buy it. They were going to buy it, and then they shuttered their entire production arm over the weekend.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Selling Your Screenplay podcast. If you'd like to hear the full interview, just go to sellingyourscreenplay.com/podcasts, or to go directly to the episode, just use the link in the show notes. Thanks for watching.